Okay, so what I've done was I made a selection from the wood that we cut from the property here, and I'm making the powder room vanity top right now. And this is what it kind of looks like to start with. And then what we do is we attach a straight edge to it, like so. Like this, we screw it down. Okay, let me turn it around so it's better looking. To the bottom side. And then you run it through the saw with the fence on this side, and it makes a nice straight whip on this side. And then what we do is we run it all through the planer to get it all the same thickness. All right, so we're going to lay this all down, and the next step is going to be biscuiting these together so that they stay nice and even on the top. And I'll show you that next. Okay, so now I've done and I've marked every piece, so this is how it's going to go back together. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see the little pencil lines. These are where I'm going to biscuit. They look like little footballs, the wood together. So what I do is I take, this is what's called a plate joiner. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but when you push it in, there's a wheel that comes out and gouges out a football-shaped hole. So I put it on top, I get it nice and flat, and then I push in like so to make that slot at every single mark, that I've made. Now what this will help me do is when I put the footballs in here, the biscuits, all the way and glue it, when I put the wood together, it'll keep the tops even. And I'll show you that step here shortly. So here we are now. These are what are called biscuits. And they look like little footballs. Okay, and it's a wafer that's stamped. And they expand just a little bit when they're glued. So we want to put a little bit of yellow glue, I use Titebond Original, onto the biscuit. And some people just stick them in, but I don't. What it's best to do is to smear it, put a little on the edge, and insert it into the hole like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this all the way down this edge, like here. It's important to coat the whole biscuit so that the integrity of the glue joint, well, I shouldn't say the glue joint, but the biscuit itself is actually helping hold instead of just making for an alignment. So what we do is we get those all in, we turn it up on its side, we keep a wet rag handy too. And sometimes you just got to give them a little tap to get them in. Okay. And then what we do is we take white glue and we go down the side of the board, like so. Now, you can leave it like it is, but I always got into the habit of just smooshing it out with my finger a little bit. And you just spread it out like so. Some people like to do both pieces of wood, but you don't have to. And what I've done is I've put glue on top of the biscuit there. And now what I'm going to do is, this is the front edge because it's live, okay? And if you remember, I showed you we had indexing marks where we put all the biscuits. So we line those up with the ones that are here, and we insert them like so. And we're going to continue that all the way through till we have all the pieces joined. Okay, so now we have it clamped, glued, biscuited. As you can see, glue squeezes up from between the joints. I have, what I made was my alignment marks for board to boards to know exactly where they go. You can see the marks are lined up. And I'll leave this clamped overnight, and tomorrow morning I'll come out here and I'll unclamp it. This is going to remain the live edge on the front of the counter, and I'll trim this up to fit. Right now it's actually deeper than what I need it, but it is what it is because I had to cut it to get to, I had to glue these to get what I needed for the depth. The overall depth in the end will be approximately 22 inches, so right about there. Maybe even a little, maybe 20 inches, because what we're going to put here is a round copper bowl. It's actually a pan with a handle, and then we'll have a waterfall like hand pump spout into the sink in that bathroom, in the powder room. So until tomorrow, guys, thanks for watching.